Hey kids, Inverted Cow here, and welcome back to Empyrion. After the incident yesterday with the amazing unnamed flying vessel that made it to space and not back to base, I decided it's time to take the fight um, to the inhabitants of this planet. Um, Being attacked constantly by rocket drones when I first arrived here didn't make me feel too welcome, but I dug out a little home and I tried to settle down, fly over to say hello, see if they have any Grey Poupon, and get blown out of the sky. Wasn't my idea of friendly neighbors. So I'm thinking it's time to take it back and have a discussion with them. Now, I went and tried to find or rescue my corpse or any part of the wreckage from the plane or anything like that. And this poor old hover vessel came back amazingly in pieces. Yeah, all of the cargo containers you'll notice are repositioned, as are most of the internals and components. It basically, I got back, I had the minigun on the back, a couple of thrusters, a few pieces of keel that were stuck together, the power that was left in the generators, but no fuel tanks, no oxygen generator, lost the drill and gun and harvester on one side and both spotlights. Yeah, like I said, it was a good opportunity for me to practice rebuilding this thing. I've done a few modifications to it. I repositioned some boxes, put only small boxes in on the back, as much as I like the big ones for decorative. But yeah, so I figure now we're going to make something different. We're going to make a new hover vessel, and it's going to have bigger guns. See, up to now I've been using miniguns and things like that. This is an artillery cannon for hover vessels. Its range is 1,000 meters, so 1 kilometer range. This is a rocket turret, 800 meters range, which is fairly decent, better, just same as the minigun. And this is a plasma turret, also 800 meters range, but the damage on this is 54. The damage on this is 7. And the damage on this is, if I'm reading that correctly, 211. So the rockets are going to be the most damaging, but the slowest firing rate. I believe rate of fire of 30 rounds per minute, where this has a rate of fire of 100 rounds per minute. And this has a rate of fire of 600 rounds per minute. So this shoots very fast, but at a close range. Good for drones. This shoots very slowly at a good range with a lot of damage. And this shoots in the middle of both. So I'm going to have all three of those guns, plus these artillery turrets, which do 1,100 units of damage per shot. Like can I say, I'm tired of getting blown up. Now I did a little bit of ransacking and looting. I don't want those, I want these. I kind of flew around for a bit, and these and those and that cockpit, these and those, and I'm going to say one of those. Yeah. I did some looting. Basically, I went and I visited a couple of small villages and these MS Titan parts. I think I found another one of them. I'm pretty sure it was this one. I only got one more somewhere on the planet that I have to go get. And there was a couple of villages over here, and I decimated them. Dug them up. Like the Titan parts, you have to literally excavate. So I went over there and I just removed dirt and spent a couple hours just digging them up and looted them and took all the good pieces off of them. These villages, I did the same. But these bases, these Epsilon bases, this drone fort, the communications array down here somewhere that was what killed me last time, this thing. Yeah. They're on my nerve. And I'm thinking, I'm going to start taking that back. I mean, there's not much left on this planet. And I was kind of hoping to actually be using that little ship that I made as a basis for galactic flight. Well, not galactic flight, but at least take it to the solar system, you know? Like we are here. I don't know if we can zoom in on that system or not. I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't know how to use this map yet. But we saw it when I hit space last time. That there is other stuff out there. So I'm kind of hoping to build a space-capable ship, fly into space, and start building an actual capital ship station type thing that's basically going to be a flying base of doom. But for now, my current problem is dealing with these alpha bases. And all good things start with but a single block. So our single block, of course, is the hover vessel. Now, I want this to go right. Actually, let's do it with the drone. I'd like it to go on this catwalk here. It's hard to tell where it is because of the way the placement is. Oh, and it's sideways. Okay, I wanted it the other way, but that'll work. So, like I did yesterday, I'm probably going to do is record me building. I'm going to turn on some more free music and build probably again at 8 times speed. Hope you don't mind that. I kind of hope everybody enjoys that. I'd love to know what people think. I mean, do you want to see that? Do you want to see me do more buildings? Do you want to see me sit there and placing blocks and fighting and cursing? Like, are you just interested in seeing this for the combat and watching me getting my ships blown up, or what are you interested in? I'm kind of curious because, you know, you're part of this channel too. So anyhow, enough yakking. Let's get some building happening. Hey kids, we're back, I think. Tried doing a speed build on that thing, but I had a lot of problems. I was in about 2 hours into it, and honestly, I wasn't even a third done. So I'm going to pretty much delete the speed build because after 2 hours of building, the game crashed. I started having some serious, weird, funny error messages. The game shut down. I had to exit, reboot the computer, and all that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to pick it up basically with the almost finished tank requiring essentially a paint job. So what we have here is the almost finished tank. Now, what we're looking at as the main gun is a heavy artillery turret that I showed you. I have 2 rocket turrets, Gatling guns, and plasma turrets, plus 4 fixed Gatling gun type units. So basically, I open fire with this tank on somebody. Somebody is going to die. Let's jump out of this drone mode here, and I'll show you some other things that I added. You'll notice that there is a back door. That's right. See if we can actually get into it without having to kill ourselves, but almost made it. Oh. Seriously? Okay. There is a back door. It has a storage space inside here. I am going to do is actually turn this thing on. Get it off of the construction pads here. And fly it out onto the field just slightly. And then we'll just set it back down. There we go. And let's just jump out for a second. Unfortunately, it is nighttime again. Not much I can do about that, but whoa, is it bright in here? I got 4 little lights in here and I didn't even realize how bright it was going to be. I have built all of the hover engines into the body itself. I've put 16 RCS? No, 12 RCS units, which are the what do you call those things? Gyroscopes. 2 generators. I have 2 large fuel tanks, an oxygen generator, 2 O2 storage tanks, refrigerators, 2 storage cargo boxes, and 2 ammo boxes tucked in here. I actually have room in here. If I felt the need, I could actually install multiple cargo boxes. I could probably load this right up with cargo boxes and whatnot. I also tucked a portable constructor in here so that I can fix things as I go. I do not have, and I'm not going to put a harvester unit on. You'll notice there's a space under the door. I actually did is I put half slabs on low and wall tiles on the top to give me the ceiling. Mainly because I didn't feel that I could walk comfortably in just 3 squares. Like it just, that's all this really is it's only 3.5 squares, but it's like that half square made a difference. I couldn't find a door. Part of the problem I had was every time I clicked on the shutter doors, the game crashed. So, yeah, that was kind of annoying. So let's load some ammunition into this thing. And we'll have a look at some of the abilities it has. This should have my weaponry. There's artillery, plasma charge. Oh, did I make rockets? Yes, I got the rockets. I think I got the wrong rockets. We'll find out. Weapons. Rocket turret. 135mm HMSL S 5mm. Okay, so it's the same rocket, it just... I'm starting to understand his coding, I'm assuming his, for the person who invented this game or who come up with this game. Some of the code words that he uses, or the code lettering he uses for what has been set up is interesting. But not hard to figure out. Now hopefully this time, this will make it so that if I take a hit, it's not going to destroy the ammo box because everything's kind of tucked inside. But let's fire this thing up. Take it up off the thing here. Gatling guns. I should find a target. I'm going to find a target that's not hostile yet. So I want to see this thing shoot something. Okay, am I having a hard time staying above ground, or is it just feels like it's lower to the ground than it is? I might need a couple more hover pads here. Now I highly doubt this is going to fly through trees very well. So I'm probably going to really hate it when I run into forested areas. Not sure what those flashes were. I'm probably shooting critters or animals because I haven't set the guns to ignore any kind of base structure or anything like that. Something over there just got fried. Not sure what it was. I got gun turrets all facing in the wrong direction, so let's keep moving on here. Okay. Anybody know what I'm shooting at? Oh, minigun drone. Well, we know the guns work. I wonder if the boosters work. Well, they don't get me much height. I'm gonna have to add more boosters to this thing. Trying to avoid some of these trees. This is what I like about the hover vessels. They can ride the walls of the mountains, they can climb the mountains, they can run substantial distances. That's another drone down. Or two. That guy over there moving, or is he dead? That's funny. Haven't even had a chance to give it a proper shakedown. I'm already down 3 drones that I know of. Possibly a couple more because I'm not seeing all of the corpses coming down. I did see this thing go up against... what are you shooting at? I don't mind you shooting, but let me find out what you're shooting at. Darn it. Alright, let's bring up control menu here. Give me artillery turret. Attack. I want turrets mounted. I don't want you to fight the cores, but I want you to fight other turrets, mounted weapons, thrusters, and ignore generators. If you have them set on generators, you drive by a thing, it will attempt to shoot that generator out. It's not very funny. Okay, let's scroll down here. Minigun turrets. Also take out core and generator. Same to you. Plasma turret, generator, and core. What is this 20%? I want to come up on top of this hill. Because if I'm correct, that should be the thing I'm looking for down there. So now, escape menu. Click this, access that, close this. Those are rocks. Is that what I'm looking for? Not exactly fast. It takes quite some time to cyclic. Oh, quite some time to cyclic. But it is a very long range weapon. So let's go see if we actually hit that thing and did any damage to it. Okay, that's abandoned mine. Was I shooting at abandoned mine? Not. I think I was shooting at the abandoned mine, not the turret thing I was aiming for. The question is, did I actually hit it? Question number 1, did I hit it? Question number 2, did I actually do any damage to it? I mean, if I can punch holes in this thing, I can punch holes in pretty much anything. Okay, I don't think I actually was shooting at this. I might have been shooting at something, but if I was shooting at this, I didn't hit it. If I ever get to 166 meters of one of those Epsilon bases, I'm usually destroyed or knocked into little pieces here, but I'm going to take it out to the border. So I can't see that thing on the radar right now, so let's try this again. motorcycle. Yeah, I'm seeing explosions and things here. I'm going to say let's go take a look. I just shot that thing with 3 or 4 shots. I know I chewed it up pretty bad earlier. I'm going to say I put some holes in it. Okay, I know I did not chew this thing up nearly this much. Because I came in and I looted out the chests. I would have looted the chests. I would have looted anything on the surface here. Looks like I actually didn't dig this one out, so I'm wondering. All I did is I just took the surface stuff. But I'm going to say that gun packs quite the punch. Put the light on my guy here. Stationary object here, and I pretty much knocked a couple of fairly nice sized chunks out of it. All right. So here's my thinking. I'm going to fly back to base. I'm going to give this a paint job and some texturing. And next episode, I'm going to go have a discussion with one of these stupid Epsilon bases. Probably that one that cost the cost my little aircraft thing that I made there last episode. Okay, there we go. We're back to the old countryside here. I'm going to work on giving this thing a little bit of a paint job and some loving and whatnot. Oh, we're going to shut it right down. There we go. I'm going to give it a paint job and some love and figure out what was going on with these 40% things here. And next episode, maybe we'll go have a discussion with one of these bases. So, thanks all for watching, kids, and good night for now.